goodbye, Dolly Gray. It's no use to ask me why, Dolly Gray.
All right, welcome to the table and to the Battle of Colenso, 1899. If you notice up there, that's towards Ladysmith, which is under siege. So we need to bypass the bohr positions, so we can relieve the town, which is, let's say, the precursor of 20th century sieges against civilians and not just militaries. So first thing that we need to do on the segment is a British event, which we will take from the cup. We can shake it, and we're going to take one, which will be the second English hesitate. So there's a table that explains the events for the British, and in this case the interesting, there's so just a hesitate chit. So hesitant cheat on the leader corresponding to the cheat. No unit in that brigade may move during the British movement segment. Okay, so we're gonna leave it there. We can still give order, but it won't move. Now onwards, British commands. We are in the first turn. The bohr event is only drawn because there's events for both sides, but the bohr is only at turn 5 and onwards. So now we have 8 command points in the first turn. One cannot keep command points from turn to turn, so we have to give them, and we give them by selecting the planned objectives. If the British Army HQ, which is in operational mode, and then on movement mode, takes 1. So, but for the planned objective, let's give it start. Actually, let's start with a forthlight, and we're gonna give them the planned objective there, right across the first pontoon drift, and along with Pitcairn Jones. And British artillery has a 2 area range. The boers with the Krupp guns and all that have 3. So we will need at least to put artillery in here, even if they might get shot. So that's 2 command points. Now we need to bring the naval artillery section, and we want 2 areas. So maybe here we can still shoot there, yeah, we're gonna bring, so that's 3 command points. First artillery brigade there. Okay, it's planned objective, and well, we need to put the second English. They have to go. We can try the drift here, but we're gonna give it across the river already, so they can go through Colenso and try to cross. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the order can never be given at a range beyond 5 areas. So we have 5. Now we can give the 6 fusiliers and the mountain and the mounted. We have the 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna there, and the mounted, we want them to go there. So that's 7 command points, and then we will spend 1 for the the British Army. Now actually this is movement points, so I mean it's pretty much all we can do. Wow, we still have the 2nd Parsons, under Parsons, the 2nd Artillery Brigade, which we will try to put there, so we can then start fire and clear the area. Okay, this is done. Okay, now comes the send orders segment, and for the send orders we don't have radios, right? So we need to send riders, runners with our orders. Oh, we didn't give orders to the 2nd Irish. Well, that's what it is. We had only 8 command points. I know that at the beginning, but this is first turn, so I won't use it. If Buller is with the Army HQ, they gain one more command point, and etc, etc. In this case, we will, given its first turn, I will use only the 8 command points. Okay. Now, the orders to be given from Buller, it's 2, they are far away. They are 2 zones away. And we have a table that we roll on, the British send orders. Depends on the distance and etc. So they are 2 areas away. We roll. So we roll the 5. And the order arrives in the next turn. So we bring our objective chip and put it on the 2nd turn up there. So once the turn marker reaches that objective, we will see how the commander understands the orders being sent. But first we give all the orders. Okay, now we need to, for the 4th light, and the 4th light is 1 away. Okay, the order did arrive, and it's in the same turn. So turn 1. We will see that in the segment of received orders. Next, Naval Artillery Brigade, 1 area away. We rolled a 6. The order arrives in the same turn. So as you see, there can be a delay or not. Okay, first RT brigade, second English and Navy sections are all 1 away. So let's do it for the artillery brigade. So it's an 8 and arrives in the same turn. This is the very start, so whoa, it's kind of easy. No, it's not. You will see the complications. Okay, now we're gonna do it for the naval artillery section. And it's a 10, arrives in the same turn. Buller is sending orders. Left and right and center is writing a lot. Or maybe it's not writing. Okay, second English. Even if they are hesitant, they will manage to send the orders and they arrive in due time. Okay, now for the Fusiliers, they are 2 away. So it's an 8. And the order will arrive. The rider will take until turn 2 to arrive. And now for the mounted, 6, 7, 8. Yep, in the next turn as well. All right, we finished this part. And now it's the receive orders. And we only roll for the receive orders for the ones that are in the turn. So in this case, we had the objectives telling us that orders have been received, well, have been sent in due time for all these 5. So for the second English, and this is important now. So let's say we know that they are hesitant, but the second English, their commander, Hildford, has a rating of B, means he's a good commander. So he receives the orders and he will do as ordered. So we replace our planned objective with the objective. Okay, the orders are given. We can change orders, right? We can decide we want a new objective for that brigade, but then we have to go through the cycle of sending orders again to them. Okay, that's done. So let's start with the one in the front, which is Hunt with the 1st Artillery Brigade. As you see, he's a C. He's cautious. So we're gonna roll a 10. He will do as ordered. So they acknowledge the objective. Now for the section, the section is cautious, and he will charge to the guns. So basically he will change his planned objective to the nearest bohr position. And you would think that, man, but he's a cautious commander. Yeah, but this is the part where they are cautious, but they also have some measure of dashing at some point. Okay, now the Navy Artillery Brigade. It is a C. He's cautious, and we rolled a 10. So it's as ordered. we replace. So we have our objectives. We must move towards the objective by the shortest route. And now the fourth light. The fourth light is a B. Roll the 7. And as ordered. Excellent. So far so good. We don't see any problems, but you see where this goes. As we will approach, things will happen, troops will start getting problems. We will want to change the troops, and we can only do that by sending orders and hoping the commanders receive them and interpret them correctly. Next segment is the British emergency withdrawal, which we won't apply. The bohr shellfire, which would be bohr artillery. They have 3 range. The bohr artillery we have on the Colenso copies and on Red Hill, and pretty much we have absolutely no one in range, so we go to the bohr recovery. And this is the part where we have to roll on the table to see if they get released. And can move towards Ladysmith. Okay, recovery, it's not that one. It's on the movement. Okay, British shell fire. The artillery has a range of 2, but at the moment they are all limbered and moving. Okay, British movement. Yeah, I was putting myself ahead. Okay. We can only move the ones that have objectives already set because they received orders. So we have the Naval Artillery Brigade, which can move 1. Okay, basically we have a cheat here to know that we are moving that brigade. We have the 4th light, and we can all move 1. We'll soon be under the Krupp guns fire. So 1, yeah, it's the closest is this one. Now I think I will change. I spend 1 CP and I'll move Buller and okay, both moved. Now which else? We have Hunt. We can move 2. 1, 2. We arrived at our objective. That's pretty good. Let's leave it there so we know. Also, now we have to charge the guns and can move 1. Hesitant, I think yeah, they don't move as we saw in the event cards. Yeah, they are just hesitant, like what kind of orders are this? I'll move long up. Barton. Nope. Pretty much we have played all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. This is all done. Technically, we are approaching the bohr. British assault. One thing I like in this game, despite being area, it could be hexagons, whatever, there's the possibility of if an area, if a specific geographic location is under dispute by two opposing forces, it is shared counters. So I can put a British and a Boer counter in the same space. I like that a lot. Not this beautiful, okay, Boer event, we don't do it. Boer movement. Okay, the Boer movement has some specifics regarding how they move, which is by priority of commandos that have been released and the ones that are not. Okay, all commandos released via a bohr event cheat draw have a released marker on them. Commandos will move one area in the following priority. Move commandos with no return marker on them and routed towards the nearest red map edge. That's the first priority. We have none. Move the commandos with a return marker on them towards the staging area, towards the starting area. We have absolutely none. Move commandos with no return marker on them and in the same area as battalions or regiments towards the nearest red map edge. We have absolutely none. And this only counts if the British battalions and the strength points are stronger than the Boer. And finally, on the 4th, we move the commandos with a released marker on them towards the nearest area adjacent to an area with British units present. Okay, we have absolutely none. So the Boers at the moment do not move. Then we have the British rifle fire, nothing. British recovery, Boer rifle fire, Boer shaken, and victory check, which in this case we have no victory. So game turn goes to game turn 2 and we start over again. So we return our hesitant to the cup and we draw another British event. So we go for turn 2. Let's see what we get this time. And British event, close order. So the close order means exactly what it says. We choose the leader of any infantry brigade. All battalions in that brigade are now in close order until the next British event segment. They will be better in close combat and have improved morale, but will be more vulnerable to Boer fire. Now, I have absolutely nothing that would help me on that, but I'm going to put Hildvard, like they were hesitant, and address your ranks, man, so they can move up. Anyways, this was a presentation of how the game develops the flow of orders, and in the next segment we will see how it develops towards the true meat of the game, with all the firing, because I can already see that there will be a fire, that the artillery brigade is already there, ready to deploy, to unlimber and start putting fire, but they will be fired from. And at the same time we will have troops here that can move. So see you soon. in the next segment. Cheers, have a good day.